Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday. Welcome to another live Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin. As always, I'm joined by Tony, has 9 fingers.
What is going on, people?
We got the 13th Wolfman.
Oh, everybody.
And we have Angel from That Strange Show. What's up, Angel?
What's up, people? I'm on my regular schedule.
Oh, snap. What does that
asshole.
mean? You asshole. Well, there's a couple people that are on their regular schedules right now, if you know what I'm saying. Leo Pond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Leo?
What's up? Oh, you can't see because you're streaming. All right. Cool. So anyways, we have no guests this week. We're throwing around the idea of maybe doing like a show a month where it's just us, where we can just talk about stuff. Because, you know, when we have a guest on, we're talking about them and about their stuff. But what about Wolfie? The world wants to know.
Wolfie, how are you, man?
I'm doing well, man.
All right, that's enough. Go ahead.
Works for me.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm doing fine, man. I'm, just basically just trying to get through all the movies that I got over Black Friday. Been just
first world problems. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, churning through those and watching some stuff on the DVR. Checking out a new movie. That's not really a new movie. It's an older movie. Under the Silver Lake.
That's A24.
Oh yeah. I remember that was it's older,
like a film noir kind of like crime.
Yeah,
thing. I enjoyed it.
I'm about halfway through, so.
All right.
I don't understand you guys that can watch movies in like parts.
I don't either.
I can't.
My kid tried to do that to me earlier today, and I was like, but
the guy like
then I lose all the momentum.
Right. So there was a movie that I was watching for Black and White Fright this past Sunday, and it was so good that I chose to stop the movie after about 20 minutes and go pick up dog diarrhea in the dining room. That's how good the movie was. But so then I had to start it all over again. I was like, oh, maybe it's just whatever. And I'm like, no, this movie's just horrible. It's pretty bad.
So the movie gave your dog diarrhea.
Yes.
So Brother Max is saying he has seen Under the Silver Lake. So.
Oh, what's up, Brother Max? I don't know. Hey,
What
Sergio's
up?
here too. What's up, Sergio? See, Sergio. This week we can see you in the chat room, so you're there.
Sergio.
Welcome back, Sergio.
Yeah, you couldn't see me last week.
Yeah, it was something with the whole dashboard thing. Leo was like, "Oh, do this and do this and do this," and the next thing you know, I couldn't see anyone's comments other than like,
"What movie is this? What are you guys talking about?"
Yep. See, Sergio, it wasn't only you; it was everyone, most people. But we actually had a lot of people in the chat room at the same time. That was weird.
Yeah.
It was strange.
Talking to each other.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. So I don't know. How do they even get on that? Oh, how did we even get?
Sergio.
No, that's what I was doing and how I'm doing. And I said I was watching Under the Silver Lake, and then Brother Max had seen it, and
and then dog diarrhea.
But no, I know what you mean. I mean, there are times where if there's a serious movie that I'm like really, really into, I will want to watch it all the way through. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I don't have enough time to watch that tonight, so I'll wait till tomorrow. But I don't mind splitting them up into halves. I mean, it just doesn't bother me.
Oof.
I mean, I try to leave off at someplace. I'm like, okay, we're leaving off at, okay.
I'll leave off at the end of the credits. That's where I leave off. If I feel like I'm not going to finish it, I'll just shut it off and I'll start it all over again.
You can't stop it like they edit like TV movies, like how they edit it just fucking right in the middle of it.
Kind of like that's how I kind of do it,
Like the Lord of the Rings, like in the theater, they actually had intermissions, and I'm like, I'd rather they didn't. I legit, my butt already asleep.
Just fuck me up.
Yeah.
Just fucking butter me up. Come on, keep going.
I've already got my sleeping bag, and
Yeah.
You know,
my legs and
cup,
butt are already completely numb from sleep.
That cup taped to my groin. So, hey, I'm good.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't do it. Especially if it's a good movie. Like it's unfortunate too, because sometimes it'll be like 11 o'clock and I'll flip through something and I'm like, oh, that looks really good. Then next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, God damn it, I gotta work. But I don't know.
Yeah, I put myself through those situations. I thought it was a good idea to turn on Wolf of Wall Street at like 12 to go to sleep to, and then I watched the entire thing.
To go to sleep too. Yeah, that's the thing with me too. It's just like, all right, I want to go to sleep. I'm gonna throw Adult Swim on in the background. Next you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hey, this is the second time I've seen this episode in the last like 4 hours of American Dad, and it's great still.
Well, at least you don't have that long drive to work anymore. So
right, but I do sometimes.
Oh, so you just roll over it.
But at the same time, too, my job, I deal with things that if you mess up pretty bad.
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, Tony. So how you like your new schedule?
Don't do that too much to Tony. We don't want Tony to
crying.
We don't want Sergio to tell on him.
I don't watch anything anymore.
No, actually, the only thing that I've been watching for the past, besides Ghostbusters, which I finally got to check out today, I was watching Supernatural for the past month.
Yeah,
I finally finished it. Got to season 15. So
the last time Tony and I talked, which was about 2 weeks ago, you were on season 6.
Wow. Yeah, so at that point,
15 now.
Wow,
that's the last season. Yeah.
Well, the certain episodes I just couldn't watch the whole thing, so I kind of fast forwarded through pieces. Because the first half of the show, I was like, oh, this is my favorite freaking monster. They fight monsters every week kind of deal. And then it just became so convoluted, and people kept coming back, and then it was just then they'd have 2 or 3 episodes where it's back to the original thing, and I'm like, okay. And then they bring another storyline, and I'm just yeah. But
that's funny. So you're you know what? I'll catch it on the recap on the next episode. Fuck it.
Well, that's what always in the beginning. It's this happened last time. Then I'm like, okay,
okay, cool. I got you now.
So Tony, did you get tired of Cass?
No, to tell you the truth, those the main characters, I never really got tired of. It's just some of the stories. Big fan of Supernatural, and
a few episodes that are pretty terrible. I've never watched it.
What up, Maxwell?
Just because
all 15 years.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what it is. Some episodes are all there's one where it's a Scooby-Doo crossover, which
that's a great episode.
Probably was one of my favorite episodes.
Is it animated?
Yeah, it's animated.
Yeah, so the two main characters wind up getting sucked into a Scooby-Doo episode, and one of the characters, Dean, is all over Daphne.
Is there, at any point during that episode, is there a shark jumped or something? Because that's pretty tacky.
That was Kim Basinger when Brad Pitt showed up. Cool World.
But it's just it was every season had really good episodes, and then there was some that kind of were lackluster.
All right, so sell me Supernatural. I've never seen it. I always thought it was some bullshit drama.
No, so the first 5 seasons of Supernatural, it's all Eric Kripke, who created the show, wanted to do a show about urban legends and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
so the first 5 seasons is pretty much
like Scooby-Doo, an urban legend.
Well, that doesn't come into season 10, so he's gone by then. No, and his whole idea was, okay, we'll do 5 seasons. We'll wrap the show up, and that's it. That's going to be a 5-season show. Well, when the 5th season comes around and they wrap everything up and they tie everything up, exactly. Well, you're right. You're right about this, but they don't. He says bye. He doesn't say show me the money. He says I'm out of here. You guys. He goes. I want to do a 5-season show, and you want to go on with it. I'm gone. So now they got new writers. They got new people coming in. They're oh, let's bring God into this, and let's bring, God's name is Chuck, by the way.
Hey, Chuck. Come for your daughter. Chuck.
Yeah. And Tony's right. There are some really good episodes. They get very, very meta in some episodes. The one where they go to a girls' school and they're doing a play of Supernatural because someone wrote a bunch of books
based on
Supernatural. Even we find out that the books are actually what really happened in the episodes.
So then there's a whole like fan club and all that stuff. So like certain seasons are like the whole season. I could like the first 5. Wolfie was saying, I could watch everything and have no problem with it. Then it
gets dicey. They're like, all right. So they have the writers room. They're like, all right, what are we doing this week? Oh, you know what? I think this week we introduce a fan club.
Exactly. No, that's pretty. It seems like that's what they did. They're like, oh, you know what? Let's have a bunch of girls do a musical of Supernatural.
You ever watch Scooby-Doo? I always like Scooby-Doo.
Well, it's on the CW. So it's on the CW. So CW is it's partially owned by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns Scooby-Doo. So they're like, hey, we can do a crossover.
There you go.
But
Max is saying that the Trickster episodes are meta too.
Trickster episodes are meta too, yes. He was a really cool character.
And Sergio, the new Ghostbusters is everywhere streaming. You can stream that anywhere
right now. TVs.
Yep.
And then the physical media, which I purchased it's like a box set with all the all 3 minus the
not all of them.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's still part of the family.
No,
not according to the company to put it out.
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
No. I'm just saying they're saying that movie was so bad there will never be any sequels.
I didn't think it was that bad.
No, I'm talking about the company. That's what the company is saying. That it was financially that bad that they're like
because people suck. People automatically assumed it was going to be hot garbage before it even came out, so that the mind was already made up.
What are you talking about?
The all-female Ghostbusters.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, people made up their mind before it even came out. It wasn't as bad as people make it out to be.
It wasn't.
I actually had a good time.
It was Scooby-Doo. It was like Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. Right. So that's not part of it, but the Ghostbusters animated series is part of it because that show is pretty hot garbage, and they actually reference it in the movie
a couple of times, yeah.
So there's actually stuff in the movie that is from the toys, which are based off of the cartoon. So, anyways, speaking of Ghostbusters,
shout out to Toby Hooper's his birthday today.
Toby Hooper, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Poltergeist.
Yeah,
and some other stuff.
Yeah, but those are 2 of my favorites.
Yeah, like 20 movies.
Yeah, there's I think it's on Bloody Disgusting where they rank them, like his top movies or something.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's on there.
Oh, right here, 16.
Oh, 16, okay.
Yeah, ranking all 16 of Toby Hooper's horror movies. There you go.
I haven't seen all 16, so I'm not going to do it. But
I've seen the majority of them.
Do a marathon. Yeah. Birthday cake marathon.
So yeah, Brother Max is saying the same thing. Female Ghostbusters wasn't bad. You got to see it in theaters. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't Ghostbusters. I said it. I thought it was as good as Ghostbusters 2. Which we can all agree Ghostbusters 2 is not great.
It was way better than the I did not like the female Ghostbusters.
I'm just saying, as a boy that grew up with Ghostbusters, the first movie I ever bought was Ghostbusters ever in my life. The first movie
Kevin already knows my feelings on the female. So I'm just kicking back and watching Tony and Kevin fight this out because
Wolfie refused to watch it. He refused to watch it.
I watched it. I watched it, and it was just like the jokes fell so badly.
I don't agree. I don't agree at all.
Hey, but see,
let the power of Patty compel you. Really?
That's the wonderful thing is that opinions, things are subjective.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, I'm glad.
But at the same time too, you went into that with nothing but negative remarks about that movie.
I went into it. I go into every movie with an open mind.
Did. You did.
No. Like I said.
I said you did.
Listen to me. I'm going to be making some phone calls. Someone's going to be working some weirder schedules.
So getting into the new one, I'm glad that this one came out because it took whatever bad taste.
Don't get me wrong. This movie, the new one is ridiculously better than that one. But I'm just saying, it's not as bad as people are saying it is.
Tell me you love it. Tell me you
It's
love
not.
it.
It's
Tony.
not. There's so many other movies out there that are part of franchises that are way worse.
Yeah,
Look at any franchise.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th,
Hell,
Nightmare on
man.
Elm Street. There's
Texas
movies in there
Chainsaw
that people are
Texas
totally
Chainsaw
embarrassed.
Massacre.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre has like one of the worst entries of all time, and that's Next Generation.
Come on.
It-
With the silly leg? You don't fuck with the get your leg.
With the crazy leg.
Get your leg. Renee Zellweger just yelling at
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. He's like,
I'm best friends with Max now. I'm just going to let you know I'm best friends with Max.
Oh, I've been best friends with Max for a while.
I'm just telling you I am now. The Times Square ghost fight was entertaining. It was.
Max, you're his best friend now.
Plus,
You
I mean, I
guys-
don't know if I'm
you guys
biased because
could
they
hang
filmed it.
out.
They filmed it in Boston, so I don't know if I'm biased. But
You
and we
probably are.
actually know some people that were in it, like they were in the
And you
background.
tried out
actually
for it.
I auditioned to be in the background, and I wasn't good enough to be in the background of that movie.
Oh, that's why you. Oh, that's why you loved it.
No, I would have loved it even more if I was in it, but I wasn't.
That's true. You'd be. Can't
So
pay
Sergio
the-
wants to know who saw the first Ghostbusters.
All of us.
Yeah,
Yes.
no shit.
Did you
That's
see
why I
it,
was just
Sergio?
saying. It was the first movie I ever purchased with my own money. I was in elementary school, and it was on
Oh.
VHS, and it was $35.
I saw it in
So I
the
had to
theater.
save
That's what-
multiple allowances to get
Do
it.
you still have that?
No, I do
Ooh,
not.
was gonna
I
say,
wish I did
was
because it was a different kind of box. It wasn't like a slip box. It was like it opened from the side.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I had the side open.
Yeah,
Yep.
the first movie I ever bought was Good Morning Vietnam,
Ooh,
So
and I actually still
Yeah.
have that on
that's
VHS.
that's a good movie.
yeah, but Ghostbusters as a child, Ghostbusters was definitely one of my favorites. The reason I bought it is because I was renting it nonstop at the rental place.
It
And
made
I'm just
more
like, I
sense,
just want to be
yeah.
able to watch it all the time. I just want to be able to watch it on my own. So I was jokingly in the description of the show said that I forced you guys at gunpoint to watch Ghostbusters, which I didn't. But I had Wolfie. I made sure Wolfie and Tony got to see Ghostbusters before the show because I wanted to hear their opinions on it. So, I loved it. Like I just did a top 10 with Anthony Thurber over on Anthony T's Horror Show.
What
And
up?
it's in my top 10 of the movies for 2021 for sure. So Wolfie, you said you had you had at least one problem with it.
One little problem with it, and it's a very small one. I mean, yeah, just like that, you know.
Minuscule.
It's minuscule. Yeah, I mean, I liked I liked the movie. It would probably be in my top 10 for 2021 also. I don't know where it would be because I haven't done that list yet, but you know,
It's almost February. Just saying.
Yeah, I get it. I'm lazy. No.
Happy New
I get it.
Year,
Whatever.
everybody.
No, my one minor flaw with this movie is Paul Rudd's transformation.
Okay.
So he's I'm just gonna throw this out there because people have seen it probably, and oh well, deal with it.
Spoiler.
No, he's at Walmart, and the little Stay Puft Marshmallow little monkey dudes one bites him. Well, they're flying around like, you know, one bites him, and then the next thing we see is he's now possessed, and I'm like, oh, so that one little bite affected him. I wish there was a little more explanation behind that. That's my one little gripe.
No, I thought he got eaten ass first by the dog.
The dog
demon
in the car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
forgot
That
about
was
Forget it's my favorite movie now. Thank you.
No,
it's my favorite
That's when
goddamn
the
movie.
freaking
That's it.
thing was eating the
Number
dog
one.
food, and then they yelled. The
Yeah,
little
no.
things yelled, and
See
they
what
looked
happens
up.
when you watch movies in shifts, motherfucker.
He paused it while the marshmallow's like.
He's like, I don't like this. Speaking of marshmallows, I gotta go eat some. And he just gets up.
Comes back, and Paul Rudd's already turned. He's like, "Damn, that."
He thought he
marshmallow-"
paused it, but he didn't.
No, I paused it.
Yeah, no, I can see that whole scene because that was like the pivotal scene, like area of the movie for Paul. So I can
Yeah.
see like all that shit, because he did get chased through the store, and the marshmallow little Stay Puft guys were hitting him up. But that was speaking of that part, that was one of my favorite parts was how they were like doing all the crazy shit and melting and like making them like each other into s'mores. And,
Yeah.
The
I
one
thought
with
that was
the
pretty
friggin'
cool though.
little-
They were
the
happy
little,
about
like,
suicide. Like they were happy that they were killing themselves.
yeah,
The ones like on a little freaking
Yeah.
the
And
graham
that
cracker.
was weird.
And
Yeah. What?
by the way,
One's
on the way
laying
out of the
there.
theater, when we went to see this, I went with some friends, and on the way out of the theater, one of our friends was like, "All right, so when are you going to 3D print me a baby Stay Puft?" And I did.
how'd it come out?
It came out perfect.
Did you
I thought I
print?
sent
Did
you
you
a
print
picture of
out
it.
the? Did you print out the one that was laying on the barbecue, getting
No.
squished by the
There's only
chocolate?
like a few available models of those of the mini Stay Puffs.
Mm.
So I
Because the
printed
one with the
that looks just-
chocolate on top of it would have been the one. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was,
so,
that was,
so
I was just
twisted.
like, this is so funny. And then the one in the fucking little blender, it's like, yeah.
yeah.
And then it just pops. But yeah, it was. I mean, the only thing that I was missing from it that I was surprised, because the thing I loved about it is it was different enough, but gave so much homage to the the original, and then part of the second one here and there. But so much homage to it. I was just like, where's Slimer in it? I guess that other one
that muncher.
Muncher was kind of maybe
Question
in place, but
So I had a question about that. When we covered it, me and Mandy, we talked about it. So was that the trap where they had Slimer in, or was that just a new trap where they?
It wasn't a new trap.
It wasn't a new. Yeah.
No.
So like when they let him out in the school, so who was supposed to be trapped in there? Like Muncher off from the beginning, or
no,
like
they saw him in the whatever the.
and they
That's-
there he is.
That's
That's
the Stay
cool.
Puft I printed. Yeah.
Because that was the first ghost that they ran into in that
Right.
thing. So he wasn't in the
trap.
The only trap
Right, he was
in is when they needed to get the proton pack and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Then they let him out, and then he
Yeah, that's right.
just dropped
That's right.
whatever. So he was in it after they caught him. But
Oh.
yeah,
So
then
brother
I-
Max
I-
says.
Yeah, he's saying he wishes that they actually busted Ghost more.
Yeah.
Which is I can understand that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but it
was
was
one
also, I
thing.
mean, like-
That was one thing where I was like, when she threw it out and they're blasting that whatever the fuck metal piece in the middle of the field, where I was like, how do they know the sequence? Like, I'm like, whatever, fuck it. They
It's
blow up,
It's
they blow up.
It's a movie.
She's a wizard.
in the script.
She's
Hey,
really
man.
smart, and it's point and shoot. The thing that
Yeah.
I thought was cool was when she was taking the proton pack apart, right? So
Mhm.
she takes the back off, and then she takes that piece out. That piece that she took out, that's a clutch basket for a 1970s dirt bike.
Come on.
No, I kid you not. I know that because I worked on a 1970s dirt bike when I was a motorcycle mechanic.
Nice.
That's what a clutch basket looks like.
The movie magic, huh? Proton packs are made of bike parts.
Yeah, there you go.
But
Awesome.
But I mean, after watching it, I mean, I came late to the game. Everybody was watching it, and they said, I don't think I've heard anyone really say they disliked it.
Mhm.
I've heard way more of people saying they love this movie than there was people that it was okay, but I didn't hear any I hated it, I didn't like it at all kind of deal.
I loved it. I thought so Ryan actually got choked up at the theater a couple times.
Where's-
That
who?
ending definitely
Who?
caught
Yeah.
me.
Ryan.
I was just
Ryan did.
I'm like, one, how did they do this? The ending. I don't want to
The
spoil
same
the
way they
ending
did
for
it in
anybody.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Movie
Yeah, but
magic.
it's all.
Movie magic.
But it,
No, I mean the same way they brought Peter Cushing back as General Tarkin.
Just it's and I guess the one good thing is like the effects that they have to use for that. It's less noticeable that it's CG.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
because it's like
Because it's
it was
supposed
just
to be
it was done very
spiritual.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
well.
No,
Um,
I teared up. I teared up too.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
they're,
tear up,
just
but I
like the
definitely could tell
reaction-
where you would.
and just at the reaction of the others, the other people in the scene. Again, I don't want to give
I was-
too much away, but
I was
it was
kinda
just
surprised that. Sorry, Tony. Go ahead.
no, but it was just that one scene where it was just you could tell probably the emotion on their face kind of
Yeah.
bro. I was just like, okay, this scene got me. a
Well, it
little
was
bit.
to me since we're tiptoeing, that was like a perfect goodbye homage, the
Yeah.
whole thing. They came back, perfect timing because the movie, like you said earlier, it was both worlds. It was giving you a little nostalgia, feeding you the nostalgia, but still world building with the new kids, and like the whole thing, like showing them like different areas and showing them that like I wasn't absent. I'm trying to be as non-spoilery as possible, but
Yeah.
like while opening up the whole thing, and then they bring back some old tropes and all that stuff, so it just felt like a perfect combination of the thing.
When the mother got possessed at first, and I'm like, are they gonna do it? And I'm just like, they did it. I was like, yes.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Like I watched a video of Easter eggs like before this because I'm sure there's one out there, and I'm sure there's a ton that we missed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that that were very obvious, but there was some others that I didn't realize. Like, so the scene where Paul Rudd's getting chased through the Walmart is like almost like a shot for shot remake of when
Rick
when
Moranis.
Rick Moranis was getting chased in the hotel. And there's the actual like the seat that pops out of the side of the Ecto one, that's from the toys. Like that's from the
it's from the toy. And they used it once in one of the cartoons.
Yeah.
So like they're like bringing multiple Ghostbusters worlds.
My favorite Easter egg though is, and I do this in all movies. It doesn't matter what movie I'm watching. It could be anything from any decade. Whenever I see a movie and they're like going by a movie house, I always pause it to see what's playing. Yeah. And in this one, it was Cannibal Girls at the theater. Cannibal Girls was Ivan Reitman's third directorial movie from 1973. Oh, wow. And it had Andrea Martin and Eugene Levy in it.
What was the movie that when they went by a movie theater, it was showing Midnight Meat Train? Was that
what movie was that?
Silver Linings Playbook, maybe?
I think you're right about that.
I think it was that. But
that movie slaps.
Both of them.
Midnight Meat Train
and Silver Linings Playbook is awesome.
I never saw it.
It's good. Bradley Cooper's in both. So well, there you go.
Oh,
along with Vinnie Jones.
There's the time.
Yeah.
They're in both in silver and meat.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Vinnie Jones is
No. I'm just saying. I was saying yes.
Oh, he's a juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
So anyways, I don't know if Sergio's seen the new one, but if not, then Max has obviously seen it. But Sergio, if you haven't, highly recommend it. I'm sure Tony, you're in the same boat.
So Brother Max is saying you can also see Rick Moranis' outfit in that scene too.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, really?
Podcast wears his helmet, the strainer helmet at one point too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I forgot.
Oh, when they first go in the basement.
Yeah. Let's start.
So
they all go in the basement.
Were any of you guys kind of like thinking that it was a cheap way out? They pretty much recreated the Ghostbusters. Like all the characters were okay. He's obviously like, like Dan Aykroyd's character, and he's podcast. I thought Podcast was awesome, by the way, but
I was like, I'm Podcast too.
Yeah,
I put Podcast right there with the fat kid from Spider-Man. Just annoying.
What?
Wait, so you had two small problems with the movie?
No, I looked. I mean, he was there, but I mean, after a while. I
got his. He was the comic relief. The whole like, hey guys, like, what about?
And how cool was it that when Dan Aykroyd showed up and he's like, what? He's like, oh yeah, you really, you cut your flow on episode 42 or something like that.
46.
Yeah.
It's like the way it sounded like you're my one subscriber.
Yeah, you're my subscriber. Yeah.
And then he's the only one that comes out all fucking covered in goop.
Yeah. Yep.
Which gives you back a taste of when it comes out.
Also, too, in Ghostbusters 2, he owns that bookstore that he's in. Yeah, he owns it way back then. And also too, and I just think it's great that they were able to get everyone back. Ernie Hudson, we see him at cons and stuff, so it's awesome that he's able.
They got the majority of everyone back. I mean, the one thing I do wish would have happened. So I don't know if I want to say anything.
Yeah,
the mid card.
Turn this shit off.
The mid card scene where
Yeah.
he's with Sigourney Weaver. I wished
Yeah.
it was the blonde from the first Ghostbusters.
It's because you're a hornball. That's why.
No, because I wish she was finally doing to him what he was doing to her.
Oh.
Yeah.
But also too the fact
know.
that they advertise that she's in the cast, and you're like, where the hell is she?
Yeah,
Like
I was for the longest
Yeah.
time going, what the fuck?
Yeah,
be
that
somewhere.
would have been. I mean, because I know at one point in time I heard that Rick Moranis might come back doing stuff. So that was one thing I was,
that would have been
like I said,
that would have been ridiculous if he showed up.
Besides Slimer, and his, I was like, I would have liked to see that, but they did enough. And like I said, they blurred that line where it was like half homage, half something new. That it was just like, I know it's coming because
And it was
they're showing homage, but then it was something new.
It was a good story of sacrifice and like, and like your loved ones suffering at the cost of that while still trying to maintain like some semblance of saving the fucking world. Like it's just fucking like, So it was like, and what they don't, they don't realize that, So it kind of hit, a lot of those in the fields like that because,
even
a lot of people sacrifice time and, effort and all that stuff to maintain just, their homesteads or whatever. I'm not, not hunting ghosts, but just going out there.
But there's a lot of so like the video I watched with the Easter eggs, in the original Ghostbusters, they get kicked out of their offices in the college, and that's like them getting evicted from their house,
Yeah.
And then they go and they find this beat up old fire station. They go and they get this beat up old house, and then the music as well, like a lot of the original music.
The original
was the John Williams score from the original film.
But it just like it brings you right back there, and it fit perfectly. I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was.
I was sitting it. I mean, I'm with you when it comes to the music. It made me think. I was sitting right back at the Roxy, 1984, watching the original film when it first came out, and the film broke and melted on the screen at one point.
Oh Jesus!
So everyone
I get it. It's a Gremlins thing. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so everyone got free tickets. Got to come back the next night and see it, but it broke just before my favorite scene in that movie is the whole thing about we were doing fine until Dickless here turned off the machine. Is that true? Yes. This man does not have a dick.
This man has no dick. This man has no dick.
And it broke just before that. So they'd set up the joke, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Go back the next night. It's like, okay.
The one thing I was wondering is like the one big goof of the first one is where was it the first one or the second one where one of the pieces of the building that's falling hits one of the like dividers that they have and bounces off, so you could tell it's fake. I thought they were gonna throw something like that because for the longest time they were gonna that was all the movie mistakes besides that one. Then you had the Star Wars, a stormtrooper hitting his head on the ceiling and stuff. So I was like, oh, maybe they'll throw something like that kind of in there, but not that I noticed.
Nowadays
they don't do those on purpose, Tony.
Yeah, nowadays they just can go and be like, just digitally erase that and put it back, fix it.
Take that stormtrooper's fucking head off.
Are any of you guys like a fan? Do you watch like Tested or watch like Adam Savage's YouTube channel?
No.
So he actually sculpted the death whistle for the movie. Yeah. And there's a video of him sculpting it with a fan. Like there's a girl that was like a fan of his, and she won some contest, and now he's doing some projects with her here and there, and they sculpted it together, and he made like a bunch of different ones to bring, and he brought them to the set and like presented them to the cast and everything. It's an awesome video. Adam Savage is phenomenal.
Brother Max watches that.
Yeah, it was a really good episode, and because I 3D printed some death whistles for Angel and for Ryan, and they're sitting in a box. And it's a matter of I could mail them and spend money, but I would have to go to the actual post office, or I could get in my car and drive for 45 minutes and hand deliver it. But every time I think I'm going to do that, there's a snowstorm or something.
Yeah.
So there's another big storm coming this weekend.
All of a sudden, Kevin's screen goes black and like 45. You won't see him pop up in Angel.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. 'Cause I have no idea where Angel lives. That'd be crazy.
But you do
So
get that reference.
besides Ghostbusters, one of the other assignments was, and Tony didn't have a chance to check this out, but Antlers. So Antlers was a movie that I had been waiting for
How
since
long, dude? For like 3
before
years.
Yeah,
pandemic,
about 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pre-pandemic, because they
Yeah.
were advertising it. I saw the trailer for it. I saw big
looks-
standees for it in
Yeah.
the theater, and I was like, "Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait! I can't wait!"
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden,
COVID
you're not
hits.
going anywhere for 2 years,
Yeah.
and it's like,
And guess what? Antlers got pushed back another 6 months, and then
Yep.
you were like, "Oh, new release date." We lied. Pushed
Mhm.
back again. And I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? Are we ever gonna get this goddamn?"
the only good thing about waiting for it is that it gave me a number one spot for my top 10, because it was my favorite movie of 2001, 2021.
2001, 21 years
That
ago.
movie's
I love
20
this.
years. Yeah.
I've
2021.
been waiting.
So Brother Max hasn't seen it yet. It was
Oh,
so
man.
Wolfie and I reviewed it, and it was great. Like it was one of those things I was very worried. I'm like, I'm so much waiting for this movie.
I
Is it
know.
gonna let me down? And it really didn't.
No, and I can't wait to because you're supposed to come on and cover it in
Yeah.
full detail because we spoil everything at that strange show.
Yep.
So I can't wait to talk and get like real deep in the psyche of this fucking
Yeah.
movie because it's so many layers.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's another one that, like I said, seeing reviews for not even reviews or just people talking about it. That's another one like Ghostbusters that I don't think I've heard a bad thing
Oh,
about.
I've seen both. I've
seen bad.
people like it. I've seen people
Really?
hate
Oh,
that
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
So I wonder if those are the people that just like, oh, I was expecting gore from front to back.
Yeah, I know.
You do get gore in this movie, but
You do,
it's appropriate
and it's
where
smart.
it's at.
It's
It's
smart.
a story.
And you actually care about these characters like quite a bit.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of character development, a lot of like really good story in
yeah,
this movie. It's not just like a nothing story that you could tell in a short and then
yeah. Jesse,
whatever.
and I mean Jesse Plemons, awesome actor.
It's like to call him fake Matt Damon, who also
Fake
acts
Matt
better than Matt Damon.
Yeah.
So he's better.
We got Kerry Russell, if you know her from back in the day.
Felicity.
Yeah,
Felicity.
Felicity. And then who else is in this?
The little kid.
Oh, I love him.
Oh my
He's
god!
so-
Like
he's
that dude
so
is gonna blow.
good.
He's like when Millie Bobby Brown when Stranger
Yeah.
Things first came out. This girl's gonna take over Hollywood.
Yeah,
Like-
his name is Jeremy Thomas.
Yep.
And this dude, I don't understand how you can have that much
Right?
talent.
Oh,
being that
and then
young.
I keep Graham Greene.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't forget him. And then a bunch
Didn't
of
he just die?
Graham Greene. I don't think so. Did he?
I thought he died like within the last year. I mean,
I know he was
this
in a
movie's-
movie. I know he was in some movie you guys covered earlier. The
It
Tar
doesn't.
one?
Yeah, it doesn't show that he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's thinking of another actor of
Yeah.
Native American descent. I'm assuming. Yeah, this it was really good.
Yeah.
And again, it's got Guillermo del Toro's name on it. He didn't direct it, but he was a producer.
Yeah. So it's got that stamp.
It's got that creepy factor that he likes to throw
Right.
in there.
Right, and then that also gives me hope because there was talk a while ago about them doing Terrified, like an American version of Terrified, with him as producer as well. And I'm like, all right, and I feel a little bit better with his name on it. And then seeing something like this, I'm like, all right, this almost has the same kind of vibe. It's about a Wendigo though, so it is different.
I was about to say is that I'm guessing that's what the whole,
Yeah, but
plot
I feel like the Wendigo is just a vehicle because there's so much.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's so much, dude. It was like by the end of the movie, I was just like, holy fuck.
Well,
Like-
Angel said it perfect earlier. This thing is layered. It's layered and layered. It's not just. I mean, there's a little bit of a backstory on the brother-sister relationship with Jesse Plemons and Kerry Russell, and then there's the kid.
which that could be its own fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, if you explore that just from the one scene, and I would say the one scene on the bed, I won't say nothing. just from that scene. It was like,
Yeah.
I want what happened there?
There could have been a prequel to this easily. And Sergio, real quick, Sergio, I already have the movie, so thank you though. He says that there's a link like in Plex for it for Ghostbusters, but yeah, it's there's so much there. Like they could have easily made a longer movie or even split it up.
This could also be this could kind of be like an MCU type thing.
But good.
No, it's I mean, without giving too much away, yes, there's a residual to like residualness to this movie that can live on its own.
Yeah, and if you like slow burns, there is a bit of a slow burn to this movie, but the payoff is fantastic.
Well, that's a one thing. I think a lot of people don't like slow burns because sometimes you'll get movies that never give you a payoff.
Go anywhere. Yeah, it's slow burn and it's like, oh, that's it.
Yeah. So then what it actually does, what it's supposed to do, and gives you a nice payoff. Then it's like, but I think that's why there's a lot of cynical fans, is because there's a lot of movies out there that is just like, okay, I understand, I got your character development, I love, but then it's just like, I need something to go with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like just to touch on Scream. Have you guys seen Scream, the new Scream?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I won't.
To be honest with you, I don't think I will. Like, I don't like. I'm not a fan.
Why not?
Because I'm just not a fan.
Did you hear all the other people talking crazy about it? And that's why.
No, actually, I've heard nothing but people loving that movie.
You better love it.
Sergio,
again, I've read 50-50 on that.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. You saw it. You saw it in the theater.
I did. It was
better than 3 and 4.
I think I said 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4. Yeah.
See, I actually like 2 better than 1.
Yeah. So
also too, keep in mind, I made up my mind about those movies when I was younger.
Mhm.
And it was more so I didn't really like the cast. I was like, when I think of like a horror movie, I don't think of these people.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
And I can see that. And I think when we talked about it on our show, check out that episode. I think that's what I said. I can see what everybody's problem was with the new one, but I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, I got what I wanted out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm
like,
I
think I have them all.
As soon as I was like, okay, whatever. So I'm not. I don't care. I'm just here to see the carnage and to bring that on.
I have them all between Blu-ray and DVD, but the older I get, the more I realize that after once Scream. So prior to Scream, slashers were slashers. There was a mythology. There was a legend. You had Freddy, you had Michael, you had Jason, you had Leatherface. You had the killer from oh my God, never mind. You have Harry Warden. No, the town of dreaded sundown.
Yeah,
the town of dreaded sundown. They all had this mythology, and they all had this legend. And it's like, hey, have you heard of Michael Myers, or have you heard the story of Harry Warden?
Michael Myers? Who's Michael Myers?
And they were all this buildup, so you know who the killer was. Then you get to Scream, and Scream is no longer it's a slasher, but it's not really a slasher because there's no legend, there's no mythology, and a lot of the movies after that followed that same pattern. It's like, oh, it's a whodunit now. We went from a slasher to a whodunit. It's so and so in the first film.
But I get what you're saying. But like, if you really look, like it was that question was asked, who's killing us? Who's killing everybody here?
And that was always my one. I mean, and you see it. I know everyone sees this. You'll see it like on Facebook or Twitter, whatever, wherever you want to go, and you'll see like people like put who's your favorite slasher? And they'll go Freddy, Jason, Michael, Ghostface. Well, dude, Ghostface gets, to me in my head, Ghostface does not get to be included in this because 173 people have played Ghostface.
Yeah, that's what I do. Ghostface is more of like a Don the Mask type. Anybody could be Ghostface. Which is what I was saying. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Forget it.
Never mind. No, because I was going to go into spoiler territory.
Yeah, but then you look at, even 4, I'm sure people might not have seen 4, but that's been out a while, where it's, I didn't expect that. Like you were saying, I think
You didn't expect 5'2" fucking
Emma Roberts trying to kill her own cousin kind of deal. But
I was hey man, I was expecting 4'11" Hayden Pantier,
Yeah, that was the
right. Like he chases you down, and he has to jump up to stab you.
but
he chases you down, just pulls a chair out, and just like stands on the chair.
Could you hold on a second, please? But I don't know. I think it's because I guess Scream came out when I was, of the ripe age. I was a teenager when it came out, so it was one of those
96.
deals.
How old were you?
96. I was actually right before I was a teenager. I was 11.
Okay.
So it was
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that
so
gross?
But it's one of those things.
Wait, how old are you, Tony?
36.
Oh, okay. I'm not that much older.
But
How
it
old are
was
39.
Oh, I'm exactly. Well, I'm 10 years older than Tony over here.
Hey.
But it's
I'm
one
older
of
than
those
all you
things.
fucks.
Shut up, Grandpa, and go back to sleep. Get your broth and go to bed.
But it was one of those things where I think I liked it because it was one of those that brought, like, with Jason, with Freddy and all this stuff. It's like, okay, you have like
You're generational. Your generations.
Not even generational, but it was one of those things where, it became more of a something like that could happen. Like, it's not like on the lines of like The Purge or The Guest or The Strangers or something like that. But it's one of those things where it could happen along those lines. Someone goes crazy, wears mask, and like with Jason and Freddy and all that stuff, it's more. I don't know, that when it came out, that's what I felt. So.
Well, yeah, Brother Max's first movie was a slasher, but the rest had slasher elements. But ultimately, to me, is a mystery killer movie. And Ghostface wouldn't be in the top 10. He isn't.
I agree.
I don't even know if I have a top 10 slasher. To be honest with you, I don't even know if I have one.
Your number one would be Leatherface.
Right. I mean, I'm saying I don't know if I could even come up with 10 that I'm like, yeah, they're awesome.
I mean, you could
The Burning's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I liked Friday the 13th a lot. Like, I heard about The Burning so many times, and I'm like, oh, let me finally check it out. And I'm like, I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to.
That's all right, man. You don't have to like.
Well, you're wrong.
Everything.
All I know
you're wrong
is
about Ghostbusters.
I was about to say it was definitely better than Ghostbusters, but
you know what? Tony's done.
I'm not going to take this hate on my show. All right. Anyways, so yeah, Tony, I want you to check out Antlers, and I want a 100-page report. I want 100 pages.
100 pages.
I want you to go deep,
front and back.
The way you're talking about it, single spaced, front and back.
Type 10 font.
Sergio, I'm not sure what you mean. Like he's saying it's from every first movie of Scream on the new one. So is he saying like everyone in the first movie's in the new one, or there's some people like I know.
I'm not understanding what's going on.
Oh, Sergio's it's a comment from Sergio.
Did he watch it?
He said he saw it. Yes.
Okay.
Did you like it, Sergio? We'll wait.
Okay.
Yes, he did. Thanks,
Sergio.
Sergio.
Quick. That was a quick response.
Well, he's like, he had it waiting. He's like, if they ask me if I like it, I know exactly what I'm going to say.
Yes.
So yes, check out Antlers and Max and Sergio in the chat. Check out Antlers.
Antlers is delicious.
Brother Max has a few things to check out. I was telling him on the other, on Facebook the other day.
Yeah, we've done a lot of reviews recently where we've ended up loving the movies.
All right. Did you guys watch Unhinged?
No.
Oh my god. Russell Crowe, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah, I'll leave it there. Fat Russell Crowe, playing a scary
nutsoid.
Yeah, legit, hyper realistic violence.
Nice. The one I just ordered off eBay because that was the other thing. I was looking for Antlers, and it wasn't on like Amazon. I couldn't really find it
Yeah.
anywhere, even on Best Buy and stuff. So I tried to order
I don't
it
think
off.
the physical copy is available yet. It's only VOD.
No,
Yeah.
there's a physical copy of it.
Is there really?
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Man,
there is, Tony's gonna sniff it out.
So the other movie that I was looking for around the same time that they didn't have that I ordered off eBay was Black Friday with
The
Kevin
new one.
Scott, and Bruce Campbell and stuff. Where it's like haven't checked it out, but that one I'm looking forward to because I heard pretty good things about that one. So
Tony, I give you that for that one.
yeah, a thumbs up.
It was good. It was
Thumbs
fun. It
right
was
up your
it was fun. It was
Brother
very
Max
fun.
says he loves Fat Russell Crowe, especially in The Man with the Iron Fist.
There you go.
Is that where he beat up his girlfriend? Is it that one?
I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna say. Just saying.
Russell
he's
Crowe's
the
getting a
Max.
lot of attention
Dude,
tonight.
Fat Russell Crowe is scary, bro.
I'm sure. Skinny Russell Crowe is scary to me. I'm afraid of everyone.
He's got like 3 accents in that movie. Just fucking watch it.
And he's waiting for someone to call him out on it, so that way he can just rip them apart.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wolfie and I reviewed the girl. What was it?
The Girl Who Got Away.
Yeah, the girl who got away.
How was that?
It's on. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It was really good. There was
Yeah.
only one thing about it that Wolfie was embarrassed about. I'm not going to spoil it. You have to go back and listen to the review at Wolfie
go
being
ahead.
embarrassed. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I want someone to go. I want them to go listen to it.
Okay.
No,
but-
I'm saying, yeah, go ahead. Listen to the review.
Yeah.
I thought you were.
But the
like,
movie's
all
the
right.
movie's fantastic. The movie's
All
great.
right.
Yeah, Shudder's been, a lot of the Shudder originals obviously have been great. Also, Angel, on my top 10, I put that that series that we stumbled across, we thought was a new series on Shudder that ended up
Slasher.
having 3 other seasons on Netflix. I was like, season 4 of Slasher
Yeah.
is on my list. It's so
We're
good.
like,
And
dude,
then
it's
They're already on
dropped.
4. I
It
know
just
they.
dropped.
The
We were
first
like,
one,
dude, the
I
first
like.
episode of this new series that we just stumbled upon was so good. And then we
Yeah.
come to find out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Brother Max, if you go to any podcast program that you use, we should be there. Just Wicked Horror Show,
iTunes, Stitcher,
That
whatever.
Strange Show.
I found
we'll
out
be
that
there.
we were on Spotify.
Yeah, we're on a bunch. We're on like everything.
Yeah.
We're
All
very,
right,
very,
so-
very
so-
famous.
So the girl who got away. All right, I'll
Yeah,
throw
that was a
Well,
really good time.
So you're saying you guys discovered the first season of Slasher was actually on the Chiller channel, which was a sci-fi, the horror version of Sci-Fi Channel,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and it was specifically made for that show. And the first season was so awful.
I like
Yeah, it was. That's why I was like, wow, they borrowed the name from that shitty fucking slasher series and they just added the new blood on it. I was like, I like it. I like it.
Well, that's the thing is, if you watch, I started watching season 1 on Netflix, and it's so good that I haven't finished it. But but there's some of the same cast that are in the season 4 that's on.
I wouldn't
That's
know
on
that
Shudder.
because I started.
When I
season
was
4.
going through the IMDb, I was like, what? I'm like, there's all these other seasons, and like there's at least one dude who's in like all 4 seasons, and it's kind of like the American Horror Story thing where each season is its own story. But yeah, season 4 is friggin' amazing. It's so good. But
I did
we
pick
felt
up
like
season.
big dummies.
I did pick up season 1 on DVD though at like Dollar Tree about 6 months ago, and I'm like, well, you know what? I haven't watched it since it was on the Chiller channel, which
And I
is no
don't have
longer
Netflix,
around.
so I can't watch it there because I'm Stone Age.
You got
Not
the
Stone
little.
Age.
You got the.
I'm just saying.
The
Wolfie,
antennas.
with
The
times.
antennas.
Yeah. He's like, Dad, hold the antenna and just stand facing north.
It's that way. Canada
Where it
is
is.
behind me.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
thought. Speaking of watching old shows, I was like, oh shit, Adam Scott and Daryl from The Office got a new
Oh, yeah.
show. That's from
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on Hulu, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a show on Hulu that I watched. It's a British show. It's wicked good. It's so good I
Wow.
can't remember what it's called.
I started watching The House on their anthology series. 7-minute vignettes.
This is a British show about aliens that come to Earth, and they're treated like immigrants, like they're kept separate from everyone.
It's a cartoon, right?
Nope.
Live action.
Yep, live action.
It's British
but
movies, man.
it's really good. I think it might just be called The Aliens. To be honest with you.
Wow. So like,
Um,
welcome to Earth, love.
But it's really good. It's weird. It's kind of like humorous, but it's also kind of serious.
Yeah.
And like it's weird. Like some episodes are kind of funny, and the other ones are like, holy shit, this was like just an action adventure movie, like shoved into my face in like a 40-minute time frame.
Yeah.
But is the Aliens series. Check it out on Hulu if you have it. The end. So, anyways, speaking of the end, we're at 56 minutes just about.
Oh,
That we saw the new one, Spiral. We saw that.
that new one
Yeah,
was all right.
I've now seen all 8, 9 films.
Yeah, it
and I
felt
guess
like
there's
it felt like a Lifetime Saw movie though.
What, the new one?
What, Spiral?
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like
No, it was
Spiral.
no. I'm not saying it was bad. Jeez, relax.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it felt like
What?
like quality wise, it was like not
Oh.
like as gritty, and it just felt like
Oh,
a
okay.
you know what I mean?
Well,
There's a new trailer. There's a trailer dropping tomorrow for a new Saw something.
Ooh,
It's on Bloody Disgusting. They have it listed.
okay.
Yeah,
I could go for a Spiral too.
Electric Boogaloo. I don't think it's that though.
That was that was that was my
Angel's kind
one.
of like, dude, don't.
That
don't-
was-
don't say-"
That was my one thing, and then I was like, he's right there in the elevator. He's right there. And it's just Chris Rock. No, he's right there. Like I see him too.
Look,
It's
there's
Saw
something else.
Star for Dead by Daylight. The trailer is available tomorrow.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, Jigsaw
heard-
himself celebrates Tome 10.
So
Saw-
is that for the video game? Yeah,
I
it's
don't
for
know.
Yeah, it's for the video game.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know things.
No, now you do.
Still play Super Nintendo,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, with the Saw, I lost it in like the mid. Like the first two were all right, and then the
Yeah,
like,
I
middle
love
ones.
the first
I was like,
3.
Listen,
Kerry Ellis ruined the first one for me because he just
Listen.
overacts so much in that movie.
He's like, "Where's Mel Brooks?" Tell me.
Anyways,
But
it's about that time. We got to wrap things up, guys.
do we?
Yeah.
Shit.
Brother Max is telling you straight up, that's a game.
Well, I don't know things. Brother Max, I don't even know what day it is half the time.
It's
I'm
Saturday.
stuck in my house.
It's Saturday every day
I'm
for
stuck-
Tony.
Ask
Like,
Angel. He'll tell
like-
you every day what day it is. Just
Like
call him up.
since this whole pandemic thing started, I like legit. I just like, oh, it's Friday again. Oh, this whole
Yeah.
week is already gone. Huh?
Yeah.
You know, it's disgusting and ridiculous, and I hate it.
I haven't done anything.
It's ridiculous. It's like, oh, I
Yeah.
haven't been outside in a week.
No.
You know, other than letting my dog out through the back door. Crazy. But anyways,
Ew.
you had to bring it there.
Yeah.
All right, so then you're going to go last. Tony, where can people find you?
You can find me at Tony Has 9 Fingers on YouTube, where I do movie reviews, unboxings, anything movie related. You'll find it on there. Tony Has 9 Fingers on TikTok, which I do not twerk. I do,
You do.
showing off my
you know
movies.
you do, you liar.
No, you don't
You
twerk.
twerk. It's all right. It's different than twerking because you do it with the front. You do
It's
it with your-
twerking
with your
Tony
junk.
time.
You jump
Tony,
Tony has 9 inches.
Yeah, right.
That's centimeters, man. Get it right.
Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. Here on the Wicked Horror Show. Almost forgot our own
You knew?
podcast name.
You knew?
Where am I?
Every Tuesday, whether it's with a guest or a open discussion show. Check us out on Instagram, where you can see if there is a guest coming on. Kevin puts a little thumbnail together, and then we'll post it on there so you can see who's coming on. And so Angel.
Angel, where can people find you?
You can find me, Mandy, and Ryan at That Strange Show. I think as soon as I finish editing the new season opener, I think we're starting with Scream. So check out that episode, and then Kevin's coming on soon to talk Antlers in depth, and then at some point you guys got to come on. So, but yeah, that's where I am.
That's where he am. No, I'm going to go next because Wolfie's going to go last. You can find me A Knuckle on Instagram. Besides doing this show and doing reviews with the last 13th Wolfman, 13th and last Wolfman, you can also find me on Black and White Fright. I almost said Secret Underground Hideout. I'm glad I didn't because that show was fun. Anyways, but you can find me on Black and White Fright, where we review classic horror movies and whatnot. And I just realized I never played the ad for Silk City hot sauce.
Hey, check those guys out. 20%. Use the discount code DORK, and you get a 20%
free
off
bottle as
and
well.
a free bottle, bro. And then you could do your own little at-home hot sauce challenge.
Yep, and it's good stuff. I had some at that con. Did
anyone try that hot syrup?
No, I want to.
I want to.
Yeah,
I want to.
But anyways, go check them out. He's a good dude too. I talked to him for a while at that con. Good dude.
Still Tokens got their brand.
Yep, and he does a lot of brands for a lot of stand-up comics too, which I think is pretty awesome. Yeah. So Wolfie, I guess it's time for you. All right, bye.
Okay.
Just hang up. Go ahead, Wolfie.
You can catch me on YouTube, the 13th Wolfman, Twitter at the 13th Wolfman, Tumblr, 13th Wolfman, The Proud, doing the Wicked Horror reviews with Kev, doing the Wicked Horror Show twice a month. Check out my YouTube. I'm throwing something up all the time. And yeah, just go to any place you find your podcasts and check out the Wicked Horror Show. With that, I'm going to say good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Check out that strange show.
Check out
Yeah,
that